It was kind of lame. Like they, as far as COVID shit goes, I thought they were going to be looser with it, but they had like pretty strict COVID regulations in place as far as they weren't having bars open past 11 p.m. They didn't serve alcohol anywhere, even if you were inside, like at a restaurant past 11. You had to get food if you went into like a bar or something in order to order drinks. But like
damn, you're killing me, man. This is all basic New York law.
Yeah, it's literally the same shit.
He's like, damn, this shit sucks. I'm like, fuck.
You're like, this is my everyday reality.
They don't do any of that.
How long until they fucking just get rid of like the 11 o'clock shit in general? Because that's the thing that's like driving me insane.
They are getting looser in New York because I was bar hopping Friday and like it's like some of the places were like so shit, we got to get food, right? And they were like no. They're kind of like loosening up a little bit. Like I feel like in the summer, like I mean last summer they completely COVID disappeared for a little bit, so I feel like it'll kind of like loosen up again this summer.
Yeah, I was on Long Island for all of last summer up until like the end of July, so I only got like the tail end of it, but it was like nice to just come back and St. Mark's all closed off and you can just walk in the street and shit like that. But it's a shame that you have to hide your identity, CRK, but also there's so little Blasians that I can probably just like if I see a Blasian just point it out, be like, yo, CRK, what up, man? And then I'll just hit it eventually.
Watch for the reaction.
Yeah. So
James was telling me he was yelling "Lib Pandemic" outside bars, like when they're kicking.
That was
out.
true.
Hell yeah.
I was. This was literally right before they. So this was right before around Valentine's Day because it was right before they extended it from 10 to 11, and I thought.
So I'm at Slavoid T.
All right, this is Shit Spouter 37.
This is Black.com pilled.
This is the Fed Post.
They extended it to 11, but it was the day after, and I was like fucking pissed off in the street, and I was screaming. I was drunk as hell, of course, and I was like, the stupid fucking libtard pandemic doesn't make any sense. Yeah, COVID's coming out now because it's fucking 10 o'clock. This is retarded, and I'm just like screaming that on the street, and then I get to 13 Step, which CRK, you probably know that place, but it's a massive degenerate NYU bar that gets packed and has really cheap beer and stuff. And I was talking to the bouncer wouldn't let me in because they were closing up. And I was like saying to him, I'm like, yo, dude, we gotta fucking this libtard pandemic has to end. We have to. I'm gonna censor what I said about Cuomo because it was hardcore Fed posting, but he was getting a big kick out of it. Dude was fucking laughing hard and agreeing with me. No one in this fucking city likes him at all. I've never met one person that likes him, and I'm assuming that the only people that vote for the mayor and governor are like just fucking literally 65 plus white libtards.
Well, now it seems like nobody even in the intelligentsia likes him. So what the hell are you gonna do?
Go ahead and lock his ass up.
Just lock him up.
What, Griff Shop has that shirt, or the lock him up shirt?
I wore that out last night. Nice. I was so happy to finally get to wear that at a bar. No one pointed it out though. I got no compliments from strangers, which I was kind of upset about.
Well, it's cowards.
I'm just going to keep wearing it.
I rock his Dorner one that says "Support our troops."
See, that one's like super niche, where the average person is just not gonna get that at all.
Yeah, it's good because it flies below the radar.
Yeah, that's probably helpful.
And anyone that understands it is gonna like it, and then everyone else is just gonna be like,
You're like,
huh?
Yeah, I just love the troop, bro. Nothing about it.
Yeah. The reason CRK won't reveal his identity is not because he's a PMC, but it's because he's just another crazy ass white boy pretending to be a Blasian on Twitter for clout. So
this summer, it's all coming out though.
Can't blame him. You got it.
White boy summer.
You gotta respect the grift. But in all seriousness, CRK is honorary white boy, so he gets to participate in White Boy Summer. I'm giving him the pass.
For sure.
Thank you. That means a lot to me.
For sure.
And also, Asians are close enough to white, so it's like
absolutely.
As known.
Well, I mean,
that's quid pro quo for the N-word pass I gave you, but
yeah,
dude, come on, White Boy Summer, big tent, real big tent.
Yeah. Although Chet's wrong about the Vans. Vans gotta go also. That shit sucks. Saying no to Sperry's, but yes to Vans. Like, come on, bro.
I'm indifferent on the Vans. The Chucks, so that's whatever. Both of those are whatever to me. But the Sperry's, he had to clear the most controversial thing that most people would think of off the bat.
Yeah, which I get.
That came immediately to mind. I was like, oh yeah, Sperry's. Fucking.
Wait, are we talking about fucking shoes right now?
Yeah, because Chet Hanks put out his rules and regulations for White Boy Summer.
Slav and CH are off Twitter, so I don't know if you guys have seen. Have you guys seen the Chet shit? Like,
I saw the clip. I mean, I'm on the Discord, so I'm getting like kind of like the most degenerate run.
Yeah, you can get filtered through.
What's the policy on Chuck Taylors for White Boy Summer?
He put out rules and regulations. He was like, yeah. So first rules is like no Sperry's, no flannel plaid shirts. Don't go out there looking like a picnic.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
Pretty base. Yeah. The funny he got so mad when he mentioned the Sperry's. Like he was heated when he mentioned it. I fucking love that shit. No fucking topsider Sperry's, bro.
I like Sperry's, but like I literally only use mine when I'm like throwing them on to go to like the store around the block quick or running an errand nearby. Like I can't remember the last time I actually wore them as part of a fit.
Your Fed posting is wild.
I literally don't even know what this is. Like, how do you spell this? SPERRY? RRY.
It's like boat shoes. It's like you know that meme of like the 6 white preppy dudes.
Everybody's got to have a pair of boat shoes. What the fuck are you talking about? These are great, bro.
Oh my!
No, this is come on, dude. Come on, man.
We got a big cultural.
Literally, that's what I'm saying. Literally, what I learned from my father. You have a nice pair of boat shoes, right? You get a good amount of use out of them, and then they basically just like after they're haggard, they become your like mowing the lawn.
They're the shit shoe.
Come on, man. Like
some salmon cargo pants that hit right above the knee.
I'm not okay. You don't need to straw man it. All right, this is my culture.
I love salmon colored shorts. Literally, that's the only thing I wear all summer long. No cap. It's literally just salmon shorts.
I don't know if we need to go into this. We don't need to get divisive here, but I want to know what the position is on Chucks because you guys mentioned that, and I think that's one
as far as I was aware.
That I have a strong opinion on.
I don't even know what Chuck Taylors are. I have to.
It's just Converse All Stars.
What? You know what they are? Yeah.
Those things. Yeah, I hate all. I hate those. Shoes. I hate all Vans. Like
no, that's what I'm saying. Like Chucks are the dumbest fucking thing in the world, and it's so fucking played out. Like I can't. Don't ask me to elaborate on this because I can't and I won't. But like Chuck Taylors are the fucking like libertarian fucking shoe. It's so fucking dumb. It's so fucking played out.
Anarchist. Yeah.
Well, no. I'm just like the energy that it has. Like, no, it is like you're totally right, but like the energy that it has, and it's just so fucking played out, and it's like Americana in this dumb cutesy way. Like I've seen so many fucking wedding pictures where people like got all their groomsmen to have like matching Chuck Taylors and shit like that, and it's like
that's literally embarrassing.
It's the dumbest. It's the dumbest shit possible. Like it's the shoe of like nerd culture, and I hate them. I hate them.
Neocon Slav coming hard.
we have to have genocide, but for people that wear Vans. Yeah, Chuck Taylor.
Yeah, okay. I'll still say like a nice easy pair of like Vans, pretty nondescript. Nothing wrong with that. But having said that, my feelings towards it, they're like interchangeable with any kind of like sneaker, right?
I don't think I've worn Vans since like 6th grade. Honestly.
Dude, it's like you can grab a pair like $30 cheap, slip on, easy, right? Like it's kind of
see, like I'm gonna have the boat shoes for the slip on. I'm gonna have the Sperry's for that, or I have a nice pair of $30 Adidas slides that are super comfortable for around the house.
Well, I'll agree with you there because we're all grungy. I mean, like I said, it's the
grunge. Yeah.
It's just like any cheap pair of sneakers, and I think Vans serve just about as well as any other. That's the dumb part about Converse is that Converse are like literally walking around on like fucking like sheets of paper. Like you're gonna
they feel like shit. They're really cheap. They feel like shit. They're like cheap ass canvas. I've never owned either, but like there's like the generic.
That's like my 6th grade shoe, and like the first few days you're wearing them, you're just like, oh man, like I have like a $50 sized blister on the back of my foot. People are just like, you gotta break them in. It's like I could just spend money on something that's not gonna like fucking like hobble me for a week.
Just buy a comfortable shoe.
I will never wear another sneaker again that's not Ultra Boost or Yeezy. They are honestly the most
Jesus
comfortable thing
stop posting
in the
L's
world.
in my
Oh my God, you're a human AirPod.
He's a hype beast.
No, I swear to God, they are the most comfortable fucking shit in the world.
Hey James, you like Supreme? You like Supreme?
No, I think I have one Supreme cross bag, but I think most of Supreme fucking sucks.
Of course you do.
I think most of Supreme looks like dog shit, but no, Ultra Boost and Yeezys are insanely comfortable, and I will fucking.
I'm like Googling
die on that hill.
I've heard that the Ultra Boosts are like crazy comfy. I've never owned them because they were like 180 or something, 160.
It's worth it, dude. I have Ultra Boosts from fucking years ago that I beat the fucking shit out of and look disgusting now because they were white. But and they have cracks on the bottom, but they still fucking feel comfortable and they still get the job done for need it be.
It's just like running shoes. I'm like Googling half the shit in this conversation. Are these just running? Is Ultra Boost? I'm like the boomer here. Is Ultra? Is Ultra Boost the fucking brand, or is it like
it gives you
one of the Adidas lines?
Yeah, they're
It's got the 3 stripes.
Line.
It's like
Right,
knots
that's
for your
Adidas.
shoes.
Yeah, that's the caged version. There's uncaged, but yeah, they're just super fucking comfortable,
Sure.
and they're just unmatched.
No, the
So,
funniest part of that video was at the end when he's explaining, like, he's getting mad about the Sperry's and all that, and he's like, "Yo, just wear Vans or Chucks." He throws in at the end, or maybe some Jordans. I don't know. I'm not a sneaker guy. That shit fucking killed me, man. That shit was mad funny.
Yeah, that was so good.
and then he ends it by saying, one last thing, stop calling women smoke shows. I was like, dude, this guy is fucking based, man. Only the plaid Sperry's white dudes I've known have ever said smoke show around me. I'm like, what the fuck is this smoke show?
I think I've unironically said a girl was a smoke show maybe twice in my whole life.
I think I can remember very clearly the last time, and really the only time I can remember referring to a woman as a smoke show, and it was specifically.
And that was your mom.
That was the first time. No, it was Tulsi Gabbard, without a doubt.
It was grandma.
No, my grandma's not Tulsi Gabbard. I get that
Tulsi
fucking shit out of your mouth.
Hot.
Nah.
Tulsi's fucking hot, man. She's a smoke show.
She is. I mean, look, we got a lot of cultural divides amongst the four of us, but I think we all can agree on that. I think that's really
Tulsi supremacy. Mm-hmm. We could have had her as president, and instead we got fucking Kamala's fucking ugly ass. Bitch, you ain't even black.
Yeah.
I think Tulsi deserves an N-word pass more than Kamala does at this point, to be honest.
Yeah. But if you think about it, I was just saying, like, the Tulsi thing, like, she's the whole reason that Kamala had to take the back seat because she cooked her.
Yeah.
And then after that, I mean, otherwise, I think she was I always said that Kamala was gonna be the one. So I think that she would have been, we wouldn't have seen Biden fall down those stairs if it weren't for Tulsi, because Kamala would have been the top of the ticket. But she had to sit in the back. Yeah, it's kind of wild. She gave us mad memes based on that alone.
I'm still surprised that like Kamala was their top choice for to be president. Like, really, of all of them, that's who you choose. You're just going because she's a minority and a woman.
Black Hillary.
Who would be your Who would be your choice over her?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess Biden was until he just like really went off the rails being senile.
Yeah.
Who was fucking nominated again? Obviously not Warren, because Warren's just their little bitch. Bernie's cucked, and they just use him as a tool. I don't know. Bloomberg.
Sure.
Cuomo, if he actually ran before he had all the scandals.
Sure.
Hold on. I literally got to fucking look up the nominees.
Like they're already fleeting from fucking memory.
As they should.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like they should not be sticking in my brain. I thought they were gonna do Buttigieg just because he was CIA.
Yeah.
Like he seemed like a better push than Kamala.
Well, I think Buttigieg also like the small town mayor from fucking what fucking state was he from? Indiana. Thank you. Like, I don't know. I think that that branding of like kind of trying to touch on the class divide a little bit, like was kind of like in the right direction. But I mean, they just completely abandoned that story arc.
Yeah, but he's also like the worst like example of that. Like, he doesn't fit that branding at all. Like his actual persona and his like the way he even marketed
that's
himself.
true. That's true. But I think and this is the case with all of this stuff. I think that it's just kind of like you just need to be not as terrible as everyone else up on stage with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I don't think any of them are particular. I mean, look, like they brought in the senile old man, right? So I mean, it's just like, you know, it's just the least
but it's just like
terrible.
there's a bigger incongruency between like to me like him being like I'm a small town mayor and yet he's like the most robot looking motherfucker like CIA plant guy ever that like doesn't even seem like a real person for the most part.
Bro, did you see what he said about he's gonna try to tax
oh my
per
God.
mile?
Yeah,
like
that's
people
not
driving.
small
Tax
town
what?
shit.
He was just like, we're working through a proposal of like taxing people by the mile that they drive.
That's retarded.
To make up for like the gas charges or whatever, like some wild shit like that.
Stay home, stay safe.
Dude, they're literally just
Right.
throwing darts at a fucking board with the shit that they do, man.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, for real, yeah, and like climate change and COVID, they're gonna knock out all that shit. With this
Literally, like what's happening right now is just like the you know, like when you get like a baseball mitt and you just like punch it for a fucking week to stretch it out and break it in and everything. Like that's being done to just like the American people's psyche.
Yeah, that's our
Personally, I would have
our
gone
asshole.
with fisting an asshole, but same thing, I guess.
that glove is our assholes.
Yeah, because the fisting the asshole hurts more, and I think that that is better to compare it to.
Well, Slav's not a degenerate.
I think that the
people.
fisting comes in at least like a year or two. And I think right now like we're doing the fist workouts now.
They're lubing us with like fucking Tabasco.
Yeah, they're prepping
And every
us.
time I see shit about the vaccine passport, like it literally makes me want to become
God.
the crazy ass white boy that they fear.
Have you gotten vaxxed yet?
Fuck no, dude.
No?
I just finished having COVID. I have the antibodies. I'm under 30. I'm relatively healthy. I'm not putting experimental drugs into my body for mortality rate of like what 0.0002.
Yeah, speak on it.
Yeah,
Fuck that shit, man.
Lose
Dude, the
all your
vaccine
sperm.
I don't literally nothing Trump did was even close to as how fascist a vaccine passport is.
Yes, talk about it. Jack is right. Jack the perfume nationalist is fucking the libs are Nazis.
Oh, you're
man.
cutting out.
They're fucking Nazis.
Yeah, you're
That's what
cutting
this
out.
shit is.
God, they pulled the mic on him.
See?
Wait,
the feds are listening.
Did I get cut out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good now.
I said what I was trying to say before they cut me off was that the libs are fucking Nazis and Jack the perfume nationalist is right. They're fucking Nazis. That's what that shit is.
I mean, it's become a meme at this point, but when they say that, when they were saying years ago, oh, liberals are the real racist, I mean, it's not wrong. Liberals are also the real fascist. It's just,
Yeah.
It just became a meme at this point just because rightoids are just fucking, doing their best to catch up with all the cringe from the libs.
Right.
I mean, they won't catch up because the libs
It's impossible.
are, undoubtedly the cringiest people in all of human history. But the
sure.
rightoids are definitely trying to catch up.
It's like this long winding road to just like become to slowly turning into someone who just like agrees with the normie right wing like Fox News mom talking points. Just like they're not actually all that bad. Like you like for a second you're like, oh, like dissident left. And you're like, all right, that's just kind of a bullshit. And you're like, all right, dissident right. And you're like, okay, no, they're just like shilling for Biden now. And you're like, all right, just straight down the middle, fucking like Sean Hannity conservative dad shit. Kind of based sometimes.
Yo, I'm literally at the point where as whoever's not going to make me fucking get the vaccine, whoever's going to give me the most money, and whoever's going to be the funniest.
Sure.
Absolutely.
That's
Dude.
literally all it comes down to at this point because like there's literally like there's nothing else you can get. That's like the best you can get.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I've seen some Coper like, oh, Biden might be funny. Biden's kind of funny too. I'm like, this isn't funny. I'm depressed. I'm depressed watching him like stumble on these stairs and having like 10 videos of like them walking West Wing style. This shit is depressing. I don't want to see this
I got
shit.
zero joy out of watching that stairs video like at all.
You can't compare the comedy, it's not even like good slapstick. It's like bad slapstick comedy of Biden stumbling his words and falling down the stairs to Trump just being genuinely hilarious.
No, exactly.
Yeah, a tight five, an epic tight five. Like he's
Joe
on
Biden's
point.
like the Three Stooges if everyone was Shemp and they also had dementia. Like it's not funny at all. It's just tragic. This is
Nothing
horrible.
like even something something as simple as like the McDonald's thing that Trump did with the fucking feast of McDonald's.
Oh my
that
God.
photo alone is funnier than anything that will happen in the Biden presidency or Kamala presidency.
Dude, his
every
picture with
rally,
the taco salad.
the taco salad, yeah.
With the thumbs up.
Amazing.
Every rally, every press conference is just gold. There's like gold one-liners in every single one of them, and this is just it's not the same. And then we're gonna have Kamala, man. She's not even half as funny as Biden. Like she's not even like accidentally funny.
If you're gonna kill us, at least kill us with laughter, right?
At least.
Like let's burn America down, but let's laugh about it while we're burning it down instead of being depressed as it burns down.
Well, it's the apologia thing. I mean, that's what I think like the best part of that like McDonald's banquet dinner is, right? Is just like imagine just like having that full awareness of just how fucking disgusting and we all are, and then just being like, yeah, like, I'm not going to apologize for this, and like try to do the thing where it's like, oh, I know that this is all sick, but like as long as I just like say sorry and show enough shame, it's like, no, fuck you. That's actual American culture. Like I don't know. Like maybe I'm reading into it too much to think that there's something like poignant in that fucking photo op, but like it feels like there is.
Very nice.
It's weird because this is the first time I've ever done podcasting without actually seeing everyone's faces.
Really?
Yeah, because every time I podcast, we hop on Zencaster and we hop on Discord. Although I think Zencaster has video now, or said they were getting.
Well,
it.
that's what fucking caused all these problems for us in the first place.
Totally.
Well, that makes sense. But
wait, you record yours in person, right? Sometimes
I do both. So like I try to record in person as much as possible, but like I have some friends that have been on the pod a bunch that just I either have not met in person or just like live way too far away.
One day we'll have an in-person Fed Post recording.
Oh yeah,
we got to.
Well, then CRK is gonna have to dox himself to you guys.
Yeah, it'll just
if
be
I'm white. We're gonna get in a lot of trouble.
You should just put on white face and we won't be able to see what you look like.
Yeah, I was about to say CRK should just put on blacker face.
Yeah, or that. Yeah.
Well, okay, that actually gets to an interesting point, which is what is the safer direction to go for you? Do you go darker or do you go lighter?
Did you ever see the movie Bamboozled that Spike Lee did? It came out in 2000.
Oh,
because
yeah.
In that they have blacker face and it's hilarious.
Yeah, because they're doing like the straight up like burnt cork on your skin.
Yeah.
Like
shoe
that movie
polish type
rules.
shit.
That's like Spike Lee's only great film where he's not a little neutered bitch and it's really funny, and I love that movie to death.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like what he was trying to do in Black Klansman, where he like there's that whole fucking segment in the middle where he's like mimicking all the editing of Birth of a Nation, but like doing it to like make fun of like the Klan and everything. But that movie just like wasn't very good. And
dude, that movie fucking
that
sucked.
movie did suck.
It was so neutered, and it's just like, yo, Spike, you have no balls anymore, man.
I didn't watch it. I saw the trailer and I was just like, I don't know. It just seemed like too gimmicky and like cheap. Like,
I mean, honestly, like
I
the
couldn't-
best way
I
I
couldn't
could
watch
just,
it.
I was talking about it not that long ago. I think the best way to describe it is it like there were parts of it where it felt a little bit like a Quentin Tarantino movie. If Quentin Tarantino wasn't fun. Like that's kind of what it was a little bit. And like the scene, the parts where they like break the fourth wall are just like bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's pretty gimmicky.
And then-
That's
and then
where the
the-
gimmick for the White Hotep came from.
Yeah,
From the Black Klansman.
Also, I will say I've never had the very ending of a movie turn me off quite as much as the ending of that movie did.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
the very end
we
of
gotta
that's
put
all
Trump
crazy.
footage.
Oh my fucking god!
Yeah, man.
no fucking.
I like
way.
literally.
Yeah, it's like, hey man, it's like not we saw this what we were doing already, bud. Like,
Yeah, I literally like walked out of the
Oh
fucking
my
theater.
God.
I mean, like I didn't walk out of the movie, but I mean, like when it was over, I like left like laughing, dude. Like it's just so. Fucking
Wait,
bad.
was that the movie? I can't remember if it was that or something else that had the ending with where it was like a focus group at the end.
No,
nah, this one's like it shows footage of like Charlottesville and shit like that.
Yeah,
like
I know.
Spencer
Yeah, I
and
remember that
stuff.
now.
Wait, now I'm
God.
curious about the what you were describing though.
If you guys have Hulu though, Vice is on there, and it's like right after like the beginning of the credits, like at the end credits, around like the 2 hour 5 minute mark, and you can watch that focus group scene, and it's just unbearably bad.
What is the
Wait,
focus
wait.
group even talking about?
I mean, I haven't watched it since it fucking came out, but I was like, I was just checking it quick for like the timestamp and trying to remember which movie it was.
Gotcha.
I think it might have been a focus group, like a fourth wall breaking one, like about the movie, and then it was, you have some, and then people just break into like an argument and stuff. It's like it's just real. It's like
that was the end of Vice.
Yeah, it was like right after it was a mid credits.
I'm honestly really tired of the fucking. I mean, again, this isn't anything new either, but I'm really tired of just like the lazy defaulting to self-awareness in movies and TV show that just like happens. Like,
Marvel does that a lot.
It's so
we need to end fourth wall breaking for a while. That shit has to be put on.
We need like Deadpool.
We need to
That's
shut
like
it
Deadpool
down.
shit.
Yeah. Shut it down until we figure out what's going on.
Yeah, for real. Like fourth wall breaking used to be cool, and then it's just like it got absolutely fucking ripped.
We need to shut down Hollywood until we figure out what the fuck is going on.
Well, that was supposed to happen.
That
was supposed.
We shut down Hollywood except for Michael Bay and Zack Snyder, and that's it.
Nah, they've all been arrested. You guys just don't trust the plan. You just don't know. They're already in jail. Hollywood sickos.
The storm already came.
They're all in house arrest.
Yeah. Wait, wait. You think The Big Short is good?
I think The Big Short's pretty good. I haven't seen it in a while, but I thought it was a pretty fun movie.
I really didn't like it. I thought it was really. I don't know. This is me. I mean, I don't know.
Christian Bale's like, I'm autistic.
I like The Big Short, but it's not something I'm gonna be like, oh, you didn't like The Big Short? Oh, I guess you're retarded. Right. Yeah. It's just like, oh, this is a fun movie, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know. Carell, like, I don't know. He's being like mad, fake serious and all that, and like Brad Pitt turning around and being like, mad people lost their jobs during this. This is not a joke. Like, I was just like, I don't know. I was just like, it was too on the nose.
I mean, I think what that is, because I think that's a fair criticism. Honestly, I think that's just like politics as presented by comedians always. Just like in every circumstance, is like it does that like morally righteous, like kind of didactic bullshit.
Super gay.
Yeah, where like it's almost like the subtext is someone just being like, I'm tired of joking around. Like it's time for me to drop a little bit of truth. And like and it's just like, all right, man, like fucking take it down a notch, Adam. And like clearly like Steve Carell is like, coming hot off The Office. Like I'm a serious actor and
I've got
range. And then like you watch The Big Short and like Brad Pitt has this really minor part in it that's like really humble, just like 12 Years a Slave, and you're just like, okay, like I get that you're like trying to like come off like such a fucking good guy by taking these tiny little micro roles. It's kind of dumb. Right. At the same time though, I think like the best part about The Big Short was that like it was like doing the kind of like Wikipedia article, just like explaining things while doing it in a fun way. Like everybody talks about the Margot Robbie scene, right? Like,
right.
Which like is a skill unto itself.
And that's the problem with Vice is just like, oh, you have all the fun of The Big Short and then you just drain the fuck out of it. And now you have Vice.
Right.
Where it's like, how did this dude make fucking Step Brothers and Talladega Nights and then make something as soulless as Vice? Like, come the fuck on, dude.
It's the same guy.
Yeah. Adam McKay did Step Brothers, Talladega Nights, Anchorman.
No, and that's the whole the whole thing is that like
other guys.
That's the whole thing is that like
Anchorman 2, which sucked. Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
Oh no, you're totally good. I think I actually have a little bit of a delay, but fuck, what was I saying? Like when he did The Big Short, it was like, oh, like he's doing the comedy director doing his first serious kind of thing, right? And it was like a pleasant surprise in that way. But then he just kind of overcommitted. I even remember like I was watching some of the like deleted scenes from The Other Guys recently, that like Marky Mark Will Ferrell movie that he did. And there's like a deleted scene in that where like he's talking about the 2008 crisis, and it's like fairly incisive and interesting, but it's funny. And it's kind of like, oh, okay, so this is like, kind of like proof of concept a little bit for but then I don't know, it's like it was like genuinely kind of inspired feeling, and then it gets an Oscar nom and people are like, all right, we're just gonna throw money at you to do something serious now, and like, what do you know, the magic's gone.
Right.
We need to have Adam McKay return to form. We also just need to have comedies return to, because studio comedies are dog shit these days, and we haven't had like a fucking, besides Palm Springs, we haven't had a rom-com that was notable since Forgetting Sarah Marshall, which is is when the genre also peaked. But
yeah, comedy and horror, I feel like those those are the two genres where I'm always just like, nah. Like if it's like, oh, you want to watch this comedy or watch this horror, I'm like, probably trash. Like I just assume it's garbage. Like those are the two genres I'm like I stereotype of all.
Comedy and action are my two favorite genres, hands down. It's just the problem is we're just not getting enough good comedy from like studios anymore.
Action can be good because you don't, as long as you don't take it too serious and you just like, you just want that juice.
Yeah, I saw Nobody last night, which was fucking amazing. Literally perfect return to the movies.
Nobody. Oh, the Odenkirk. That was, you actually liked that. I didn't see it yet. I didn't mean to be like, oh.
Yeah, I dropped the full 5 stars on it, which I was not expecting.
No shit.
And this is definitely a hot take from me, but I kind of liked it more than John Wick movies, which everyone's comparing it to because it's another entry in the forgive me, Lord, but it's time to go back to the old me genre.
Right. Well, it's also like a soft reboot for like a typecast actor kind of rebranding himself, right? Like a comedy guy doing the look at IGN putting out a video of what was Bob Odenkirk's training regimen. I don't know. I think that this looks so goofy, but like I don't know. I'm actually kind of stoked now that you said you liked it.
It's honestly tight 90 minutes. Great script. It's predictable, but like I don't think predictable is always necessarily a bad thing as long as you hit all the beats perfectly, and which the movie does. And then the action's amazing. There's a scene on the bus early on which sets up like the real plot for the movie, which is just nuts. And then the finale itself is just like, dude, I was like screaming in joy watching the movie because it's just like scene after scene. It's just like it's amazing. It's just so fun. Like that's what movies should be. I'm like sick of like the self-serious fucking art house dramas that like, I used to like more in college and shit like that. I'm just over that. I want to fucking laugh, or I want to see some awesome action, or I want my mind to be fucked, or I want a romance to like fucking touch my heart and make me cry like a little fat.
So you've grown out of the A24 part of your life.
Yeah, which is like I still don't want to insult A24 because like they get a bad rep because of their fan base and they do some gay hype piece shit.
Yeah,
but like Under the Silver Lake is probably my favorite.
Oh my god, Under the Silver Lake was so good. I like maybe I'm under a rock, but like I just don't see it get any credit from anybody.
It really doesn't.
It's so good.
I've watched that now. Let's see how many times do I have that logged. 8. I've seen it 8 times.
I've never.
I think Under the Silver Lake. Under the Silver Lake is the best. I really like Inherent Vice because I love like Paul Thomas Anderson, like fucking everybody. I
still have to watch that one.
Well, it's really flawed. I really like Thomas Pynchon, but like Under the Silver Lake surpasses it as the best fucking adaptation of Pynchon without even being an adaptation of Pynchon at all.
So my review of it when I saw this at Cannes in 2018 was almost Thomas Pynchon's Eyes Wide Shut.
Yes, that's it. That's it, right?
I think that is the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
CRK, you will love it. It is perfect for paranoid schizophrenics like us and all the listeners of the podcast.
Dude, it's so good. I mean, the main thing I think was just that it was cursed by like a horrible like release stuff going on, right?
Oh yeah, they totally fucked it with the release.
Yeah, and like I don't even think
A24 did that movie dirty for no.
They did it super dirty, and then it fell into the lap of like Amazon, and you can't even get it in the correct format anymore, or something like that. Like it's a night.
What's going on with the format? I don't remember hearing anything about that.
I don't know. It's something about because it was released on Amazon, and I think getting a physical copy of it might be difficult. Like
I know physical copies exist, and they're pretty cheap, but the cover art is dog shit. I want to get the French release of it or the European release, whatever it is, because it has like the actual good poster of the fucking girl dying in the lake.
Right.
Compared to just like a fucking close-up shot of Andrew Garfield's face, which is just like, great, another lazy Photoshop poster.
Oh no, it looks like it looks like Andrew Garfield just reenacting the cover of Lolita.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. God, that movie rocks. I could gush about that movie for.
But yeah, sorry, I was just getting water.
Very good.
Under the Silver Lake is definitely the biggest influence of the film that I've been trying to write now for the past couple of years, which I've been like kind of writing on and off. And just, with all of last year where nothing happened, it's hard to get inspired when you're just sitting inside all day.
Right.
Yeah, the joke I've been making to like my buddy who I used to play shows around the city with, and I've since stopped gig. I mean, everybody stopped gigging, but I've been talking to him about like he's still kind of plugged into the music scene, and I'm just saying like, oh, like has anybody put anything new out that isn't just songs about lockdown? Like everything is just going to be the exact same thing, and it is.
God.
It literally is.
Yo, you can't make songs about lockdown.
I don't want to see any art related to COVID or lockdowns. Get that shit out of my face.
Because it's not real. This shit isn't real. So it's just like you're making art about some fake shit, and it's just like, I don't know. Why would you want to hear that? Like, you already see it every day. You're already living in this fake bullshit. Exactly. Like, why do you want to hear that? You want to hear about some other shit. Like, that sucks. I didn't know that's like a
I would never write a film that acknowledges COVID ever. No way.
Like TV shows with people in fucking face masks and stuff in them now. Sicko shit.
The lore of every film I will ever write in my life will have it be that COVID was not a thing that ever existed and will never be mentioned.
I just hear rap. So rappers are like, they just make little punchlines about it. They say, oh, you broke. We got to social distance. Like, just little things like, you know what I mean? Just like little quick lines like that. So I don't really hear like the, themes of isolation or whatever. Like, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really seeing it anywhere, but like, I wouldn't be surprised if like movies start popping up like end of this year or beginning of next year. That's like, related to COVID, and it's just going to be a fucking huge eye roll.
Dude, did you see the fucking COVID movies that were coming out on Netflix and like all those like COVID related movies?
What, like docs or like actual movies?
No, there were actual movies about like, you didn't see that movie on Netflix where it's like everybody's talking through the webcam? That's the entire movie is like webcams.
I mean, there's Unfriended, which was made before COVID, which was like
there's like a couple webcam movies.
Yeah. Unfriended Dark Web is actually a pretty fucking good horror movie.
I mean, it's all right. It's all right. I will say, I liked Searching, that like the mystery.
Oh yeah, I heard that was good, but I didn't see it.
Searching was not bad. I might need to give Unfriended another shot because
not the first one. The first one's dog shit. The second one, Dark Web, is fantastic though. I think that was a very solid horror.
Oh, movie. I might not have even seen the sequel because I hated the first one so much. So
yeah, no, the first one's dog shit. The reason I watched them was because I knew so many people were telling me the sequel was good. And I'm like, well, I might as well watch the first one, but they're completely unrelated stories. It's just like the same gimmick of through the webcam. But I definitely recommend Dark Web. Dark Web is a ton of fun. I know a lot of people that have like dropped high ratings on it and love it and stuff. And just a lot of people that hated the first one and loved the second. So
Social Distance, that's the Netflix.
Oh my God, how gay can you get that you literally name your movie Social Distance?
Social Distance. There's a couple other ones where it was like drama of because the zombie apocalypse theme kind of overlaps well with like the COVID lockdown. There was some that were like, hypothetical dystopian future where they never found the vaccine. Like it was very like.
Oh, I'm watching the trailer right now, and they just immediately intro it with from the team that brought you Orange is the New Black, and I'm already out.
Prison for all of these people, man. Jail them immediately.
Exactly.
Make their show a reality. Put those women in that goddamn prison.
Dude, in my fascist dictatorship, we would have like quadruple the amount of incarcerations that America does now, but completely different people.
Absolutely, yeah. Swap out all the minimal nonviolent drug offenders with libs, with white affluent libs. Swipe them the fuck out.
I literally, oh my God, I would have the best dictator shit. I said dictator shit because Slav was saying in the chat that he has to take a shit so bad. Freudian slip there.
Yeah, there's been a lot of shit. That's like I've seen a couple trailers that were just like, you just can't believe it. They're gonna do that. They have to do it. Like they have to like monetize the shit. But then like you see, you're just because I know a lot of filming got shut down because of COVID. Like there was like a big break, and then you see that shit, and you're just damn man, they're really fucking doubling down on it. I hope there's not more. From the way you guys describe it, like maybe there'll be more because now that after this lag, there'll be a bunch.
Yeah, I'm glad like a lot of filmmakers were quote unquote making movies in secret though during quarantine and shit.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. That's good.
Yeah. No, there's like movies will just get announced and then it'll be like this filmmaker made this secretly during quarantine.
Nice.
Like not a good movie, but that movie Malcolm and Marie that came out on Netflix last month. That was I think filmed during COVID. That movie had a lot of controversy for literally no reason at all.
Malcolm and Marie.
Yeah.
What was the controversy? Oh, this one came out.
Yeah, I think it's because white director talking about black experiences or something stupid like that. But I just remember a lot of people just also just shitting on like the script and stuff where it's like it's just a forgettable movie that should have just had no controversy either way.
Right. That's what's so annoying is like these things that are just like kind of nothing burgers, just like who gives a fuck? Like all of a sudden it's
but I mean I feel like that's
the fight.
That's most controversies these days. That it's literally just nothing shit.
Absolutely.
Dude,
Letterboxd, I only recently been on Letterboxd. Like I didn't really use that shit ever, and I only recently started to use it because I mean the UI is pretty good, like it's pretty useful.
It can be fun,
but there's some lib ass reviews on there,
Letterboxd is the greatest site with the worst community. Yeah, like the site actually used to be way worse because it used to be down all the time, but like the UI has always been amazing. Everything other than the site being buggy has always been great. And I was on that site. I joined December 2012, back when it was invite only, and the most popular users on the site were all 4chan shit posters.
Oh, really?
And it ruled.
Really?
The glory days of Letterboxd was fucking awesome.
Dude, because I only came
4chan people.
Really?
You bullied the fuck out of all the libtards on there. You could say slurs. It was great. Now you have retard in your review, gets taken down.
Dude, I only been on there like in the last couple months, and it's just like every movie I see is like the most lib fucking review. It looks like shit post lib Twitter. Like it's like really, really like
it's horrible. The site has gone so downhill over the years. It's like insane. And
like if the director's been canceled, they're just like, look, I like the movie, but I have an edit. Like there's like an edit 5 years later of like, when I wrote this, like this movie looked good, but now that I know the director is like a sex pest,
right?
Blah 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 blah.
So is this like a Rotten Tomatoes Facebook kind of hybrid? What is this Letterboxd?
It's like some app where you can mark
keep
all the movies. All the movies you've watched.
Lists.
You make your reviews. You make your list. You can watch other people's reviews.
It's neoliberal narcissism. It's like
everything.
You catalog what you've seen and then you put reviews up as if people give a shit. And everybody has horrible. It's just everyone's puppeting, fucking talking points, mainstream talking points. Honestly,
like why are you canceling a director? Why are you canceling a director in a fucking review? I don't care what he did. I don't give a fuck. Tell me about the movie. Like
Like,
look, honestly,
write an op-ed, motherfucker. That's not.
I don't care if it loses me followers, but it's time somebody took Roman Polanski to task, and I'm the man.
Right. It's that type of shit. Yeah, it's like yo.
Honestly though, if we had a firing squad for everyone on the popular this week page on Letterboxd and just took them all out, the world would be greatly in my.
Wait, so are these like people like that write reviews? They're popular, or like their page is popular, or are these movies
so
that are
you can see the most popular members on the site. And literally the absolute worst people.
So like tastemaker people, like essentially just like passing down hive mind lib bullshit.
Shit libs.
But like that's the thing. It used to be like there was a point I was the most popular user on the site.
Really?
Back in the day. Flex.
Quick
flex.
Flex real quick before the site went to fucking shit. And then the other popular users would all be other fucking posters from 4chan that I did. And like it was great. And it was just all shit posting, having a good time talking about movies. And then like just as the years went on, it just got worse and worse and worse and worse. The worst thing they ever done to that site was make it public. They should have
it got more public. It got more popular. That's the trade-off, right?
Yeah. Everything gets worse as it gets more popular.
Yeah, I mean it's the secret of gatekeeping is that gatekeeping is actually good.
Gatekeeping rules.
Yeah. wait, you posted that on Women Posting else, like that Letterboxd reviewer was like, The Matrix and American Psycho, like you think these movies are good, like they are, but your man likes these not because they're problematic or whatever. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I post so much fucking shit on women posting L's that I just don't. It goes.
There's
like,
so many L's, you can't keep track of them.
Always making
I
up
really
ground.
can't. But yeah, too many L's, dude. Fucking running an L's account fucking sucks. I hate that I created this culture now.
Well, I have to, I have to ask about this because, like, I mean, the Chet thing is the Chet Hanks thing is just amazing watching people take it serious. But like, why do people take that account serious? Like, why are there some people that like find it like a serious? I don't know. I just don't understand. Like, what do you think that's about? Like, people taking it very seriously.
The thing is that people are fucking retarded and they can't realize that it's literally just a grift for me to get followers, promote a podcast, and hopefully secure the bag once I start doing shirts eventually. That's literally all it is. Right.
It makes a lot of people angry, like really angry.
I've had the opposite spectrum where I've had people unfollow me when they realized I wasn't actually a misogynist. I'm dead ass.
Dude, I pissed off so many right wingers when they find out that I don't care about like the Jewish question or like I don't.
Well, I was just gonna say like that's kind of. I feel like that's the phase that that Fed Post is in now.
Yeah,
it's like
no doubt.
You kind of go, you start courting the right a little bit, and you realize like, oh no, like I'm not earnest about a lot of this stuff.
Yeah,
and then it's just kind of like, man.
Oh, they're just libs.
Yeah, then you're just like Frankenstein looking at your fucking monster, and you're like, there's nothing you can do about it. You're like, holy shit, what did I do?
You're talking about the
here?
Discord, yeah. You're talking about the Fed Court.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude, the Fed Court.
But same thing goes for like creating any internet community once it starts going, because like it just gets fucking like
out of
it's just
hand.
gonna fucking happen. Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to bring it back to CRK's question though, because I have noticed like, why the fuck do people get so bothered by it? Because it's insane. It's wild. And
well, it started out. I made the account. Everyone loved it. I made it October of last year, so October 2012. I made the account. People were loving it. And then it started getting really popular. And then like people, I guess, were getting pissed because it was just blowing up so much over low effort. And then I got into a fight with this one poster that I was mutuals with on the timeline. And then like a bunch of people, like, a bunch of libs pretending to be not libs were taking his side and stuff. And that just accelerated more hate. So it's like most of the people that hate me are either super libs or guys on irony Twitter that pretend that they're not libs, but they really are.
So leftists.
Right. I just don't get like the shit posters, like the ones that I'm like, all right, these guys don't care about politics. Like I go to them for like humor or whatever, and you just figure like, all right, they're not really like hard signaling one way or the other. Like they don't care. And then you find out like they actually do care. Like they do care. And it's like,
just
what?
soft signaling.
Right. But it's so weird though. It's like, dude, you're supposed to be. I go to you for ironic detachment. Why are you getting so sincere all of a sudden? Like, why do you?
Ironic detachment's like a feature of the whole thing, though. Like
dude,
ironic detachment's necessary for it to continue itself on, because then you can consume it the same way as you were before, but you can feel like, it's different now because I have this distance from it.
Yeah, you're slippery.
Dude, I was in group chats prior to the election that I'm not in anymore, and I'm blocked by like most of these people now, where they were all talking about that they were going to vote for Biden for the most part, where they like pretend to actually not be libs on the timeline. And it's like, these people are literally all pretending.
Yeah.
And then also you have the other people that I saw someone make a post about this the other day. It's like, gets mad at women posting L's for misogyny and then makes 5 more misogynistic posts themselves. Which is like a lot of these people also, where it's like, this isn't funny. And then they'll just, make racist or misogynistic jokes of their own. It's like, well,
it's all selective. Yeah. It's so weird because I don't say fag and like nigger. I don't say that shit on my time. Like I don't joke around. I don't know. Like I try to do like ironic, like bigotry, or like in a different way. Like
if you're gonna do it bigotry, do it like tastefully and like
I try
thoughtfully.
I try to make it high end when I do it. Like I try to make that shit like wine. You know what I mean? But like these guys, they're just going out there throwing this shit around all callously, like Fed posing, and then they all of a sudden they're mad at me for like signaling that I'm sympathetic with people that are racist. Like wait, what? Like how is that shit? How like? And they like consider me edgy. I'm like, dude, I look fucking vanilla next to the shit you say. Like, what, how does that make any sense? Like,
you look vanilla because you're a crazy ass white boy.
Right.
It's like the difference between making the jokes and then like being on the disc server and like very online man just saying some completely sincere wacky shit and me just being surprised for no other reason than just like, oh man, like you're sincere right now. I don't even, I mean, to be honest, like, I guess this is my own laziness, but like, I don't even take this shit seriously enough to like have a well thought through argument in response to like why we should like plan our society on like racial segregation lines. Like, I guess I just don't take that seriously.
Yeah, I just never took time to think maybe I was going to have to talk to any regular person about that ever.
Exactly.
So,
The thing is that people are just way too online now because of lib pandemic, and it's just accelerated how bad that they've gotten.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people are down bad because shit. You can tell like people are fucking tweaking. Like they're fucking tweaking.
Most of these people are unironically mentally ill.
No doubt about it.
You always have to remind yourself these people are actually sick.
Yes.
In the head. Like it's not a joke. They're sick.
It's not a meme. It's not a meme.
Yeah, it's not a meme. And it's like, I literally, the minute someone enters my mentions or DMs just being annoying or immediate block. I don't have time for this.
Oh, for real. Like, for sure.
I'm a normal person who just wants to have fun on the internet while I'm not doing stuff in real life. My block list, I think, is like on my main is like 2,200 people.
Yeah. No, it's weird. Like, you know, like these people, like they know shit about us. Like they know shit that like maybe we mentioned like once or twice a long time ago. I'm like, how the fuck do you know that? How the fuck do you know that?
How do you have the mental capacity to like just be so obsessed with this and store this knowledge in your head over someone that you hate so much that has no effect on your life?
Twitter Rolodex.
Right.
The most effect I'm ever going to have on any of these psychos' lives is if I post them on Women Posting L's and they get clout for like a week. And not even because I post so much that it's like, you know, these people have the attention spans of rodents, so they're just going to move on to the next post as soon as it gets posted.
Right. Yeah. No, it's very weird. I mean, I'm becoming more aware of it. Like, I've only been online like for like a year, so like I'm sort of learning like how deep the sickness gets because it's new for me. So it's like everything is just very like it's wild. It's really
it is
wild.
a sickness.
Like, people take this shit. It is a sickness. Yeah. You know, people take this shit like war, like cyber war. Like I've seen people say that shit. Like even some right toys, not just left toys. Like people are like, this is like trench war. Like we're online in trench war. These are our enemies. I'm like,
I mean,
what are you talking about?
This is a chat room, dude. Like, what?
Can I get a this is a Wendy's, sir?
As someone that grew up on 4chan, I've been literally going on since 2006. Like I'm used to getting people mad intentionally or unintentionally, you know, just as a factor of it. But like, you know, people have been getting me mad at me on Twitter for literally forever for all different reasons. You know, it used to be, you know, film Twitter getting mad at me because I was like a rightoid MAGA guy, you know, years ago. And now they just like, they'll get mad at me for Women Posting L's. Like they're just, you know, they'll find anything they can to get upset over and ruin their own day trying to ruin mine. Right.
And those is other thing that I've been seeing lately is like accusing people of being fed. Well, first of all, I have to say that the best L's account I like is the Biden L's one. I love that one.
Yeah, but, I mean they don't follow me, so I can't officially endorse them, but but they are pretty funny.
But the other thing is like this accusation of people being feds. Like I accused like no name of being. I didn't accuse her. I just jokingly was like, oh, she's a fucking fed because she was like, who cares about white homeless people? They're not black. They're anti-black or whatever.
Yeah, that's a normal thing to say.
I was just joking. Yeah, I was just joking. Oh, that's like what a fed would say. I was just joking, whatever. But like, there are people online who unironically accuse people of being feds. Like I know I've been accused of being a fed. I know.
I mean, you are a fed.
Well, yeah, but that's besides the point. I'm just saying, like,
look past that for now.
Yeah, that's not the point. Yeah, but like, well, have you been accused of being an actual fed? Like, unironically, like, has that happened? Never.
No, never. I think I'm just too retarded for people to ever accuse me of sincerely being a Fed.
It's non-Fed like behavior.
Yeah, I've never really done anything that would exhibit Fed-like behavior. Also, I'm just like, info about me is just so public anyways that like people just know I'm not a Fed. I think probably just because
it's just evident how bad of a Fed you would be if that was the case.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I'm like easy to dox and shit like that. So.
And also the Fed thing is more like a fucking like people who are involved in politics in some sort of way online sphere, and not just like, I feel like not just like film and culture and critique as much.
Mm-hmm.
Being a Fed, absolutely. Being a Fed isn't really about your job. It's about how you are on the inside.
Wouldn't you be a Fed if you were like, I don't know, very like plugged into the machine? Like, wouldn't that seem more like of a Fed thing? Why?
Yeah.
Like, how could you be a Fed and like you're like shit posting? Like that doesn't.
Staircase, like, how could you be a Fed and be anything like what I do online?
I mean, look,
I'm not a Fed. I'm not a Fed.
People call Alex Jones a Fed, so I guess anyone can be accused of being a Fed.
Dude, it's just such a fucking waste of time.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
All that shit's retarded. Like, whatever. Some people out there are Feds probably, but like, fucking, they're like, it's not some retard in your Discord chat room probably, or some retard on the Twitter timeline that like you'll never deal with. It's more likely someone that's like actively doing something, or like just underlying mechanisms of ideology working itself out.
Ding, ding, ding.
Feds.
No, that's the whole that's the whole fucking thing right there, is that it's just like the people that are online just like accusing others of being Feds are like the same people that like they themselves personally are not Feds, but they're just like going out and just like puppeting all of the shit that the intelligence community would want them to be saying.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They're becoming a Fed at heart.
Exactly. And that's how all of it works anyway. So like the idea that there's just some like malicious bastard that's like, I'm gonna punch a clock at the CIA office. That's not even how it works.
Right. Yeah, it's usually the most delusional fucking people and like signs of like mental illness, but it does reminisce like it is like
I like how matter of factly and quickly you say that. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a sign of mental illness, very sad. And it's actually been linked to having a tiny penis also.
Well, it's like, it reminds me of the Russian bot shit of like how quickly libs will say like, oh, you're a Russian bot, and like, you know, it's a cliche now, but like those people meant it. Those people really fucking meant it.
There are people that still say it unironically.
Yeah, they mean it.
I don't know.
And like, that's what
I don't know about you guys, but I think that the Russian bot stuff has been making a big comeback, because I think that, I don't know, like maybe it is like Syria shit or something, but like, yeah, I think like Russiagate stuff is like coming back more into the zeitgeist now.
What?
I think
but
so.
How come they didn't help Trump win 2020? Where
Can we get some like real, like physical Russian bots, like some hot Russian like robotic broad? Her name's like Anastasia or something. She's got huge knockers.
I was talking to hot Russian girls at the bar last night.
Hell yeah, there you go.
Yeah, some Feds, yeah.
So you're a Fed confirmed.
Your handler. You're talking to your handler. Wait, huge tits.
No, what was that? What was the Eric Swalwell and the Chinese lady who was sleeping with that kind of deal going on? Doesn't matter, had sex.
Yeah, exactly.
Still tap that, whatever. Fuck it.
Guy who exclusively has sex with Feds. But the twist is it's all gay sex.
The most subversive sex, right? But you're okay. So you're into like conspiracies and like, can you tell me like why? I don't know. The thing I've always found weird is like why is like the 9/11 JFK? Why is all that shit? Why are those all kosher? But like COVID and the election, that's off the deep end. Why is that?
The thing is that conspiracies need to be normified before they're acceptable, to the point where it becomes a joke. So JFK, 9/11, Epstein, they're all quote unquote conspiracies that have been jokeified by, you know, the media and normies and stuff like that. That you can say that shit and no one's gonna bat an eye because it's been joked. Whereas COVID is an ongoing thing, and you know. The media narrative machine and the government doesn't want you ruining the psyop that's going on. Once the psyop's complete, it doesn't matter. JFK, it's complete.
Oh yeah,
fucking
COVID's gonna
Epstein
joke.
complete.
Yeah, it's gonna be a joke when it's over, whenever it ends.
Oh yeah,
Like,
you'll be able to joke about it no problem once it's over. But until the the media and the government get their job done, then you're not allowed to joke about it.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing about it that just is like mind-boggling. Like, yeah, it seems very obvious to me. I don't know. It seems super obvious. Like, how come all of a sudden one of them is like, wild and crazy, but the other one is like, no, yeah, of course, Building 7, all this stuff. Like, it's very weird to me. Like, wait, how are you picking and choosing? All of a sudden you trust the feds and now you don't. Like, that's Fed talk to me. That seems like Fed shit to me, is like selectively choosing like what's been declassified and what's okay to talk about.
Yeah, of course it was thermite, but like, yeah, you gotta wear that third mask. Bro.
Yeah, I'm
right.
ethically shutting down dangerous conspiracy theorists that are questioning the election while I'm boarding my flight to go fight with the Kurds. Like,
dude, I want to cough in the face of everyone that wears 2 masks.
Yeah,
all double maskers deserve to get coughed and spit on.
Have you seen that in person?
Yeah. Dude, all the time. Dude, I was on the subway like a couple weeks ago, and this fucking woman around our age, double masking, and I cough, and she jumps. And for the rest of the ride, while she's on, I go out of my way to cough like every 30 seconds just to fuck with her.
Nice.
Yeah, I was flying this past weekend, and I saw several people with the double mask. Like, in fact, they gave me some shit on an airplane because my mask didn't appear to be double layered.
No,
and they were like,
oh my
they
God.
gave me a reusable mask, like of their own to wear.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they were like, here, take this dollar mask instead, because mine, like, it was just like whatever, fucking just like a piece of cloth kind of thing. And they were like, yeah, it's not 2 layers, so you need that second layer to really stop the germs.
Oh my!
Like, they were telling people that had neck gaiters, like those things on. They were like, yeah, like that's not allowed, but if you just fold it up over it one more time, then you're good to go. Like, what?
Dude, when I was at the bar last night, I literally went to get up to walk to the bathroom, which was like right, super close by. Walk, not back bar.
No, you need a mask. You're a domestic terrorist.
Dude, I was like, I wanted to go off on him. I'm having a good time. I'm not gonna fucking cause a scene at one of my favorite bars, obviously, because I'm not an autistic retard. I mean, I am, but just not that kind. But but it's like, dude, I'm walking like fucking 6 feet to the bathroom.
Right.
I'm not spreading COVID doing that.
Dude.
Like, retarded.
There's nothing scientific about this shit. It's superstition. It's superstition. Like, oh yeah, in Miami too, it would be like they didn't give a fuck as much when I was there, but like, yeah, if you get up, only when you're walking. You know what I mean? I'm in this small ass bar. Everybody's sitting there, no masks. They didn't even check our temperature. But if I get up and walk to the bathroom a couple feet away, I need a mask. How the fuck does that make any
you don't
scientific
spread COVID
sense?
when you're sitting down eating and drinking. You're spreading COVID when you're walking to go to the bathroom.
Dude.
That's how the science works.
COVID hangs out 4 feet and higher.
Yeah.
Dude.
Just like how COVID comes out extra after 11 o'clock. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you remember that they're saying like, 3 feet. Fauci said 3 feet is okay in schools.
Yeah.
Like,
dude,
yeah.
They're literally just making this shit up as they go along.
Making it up, yeah.
None of it's real. I've been saying this forever. Real virus, fake pandemic.
Totally.
We had Jeannie on, who's like a right winger, and like I was hearing that there was some right wingers that believe in this shit. I can't fucking believe it. I can't.
Oh, dude, you just gotta like
people on both ends of the spectrum are equally retarded.
No. Like neocon right wingers, of course they're gonna believe that. But like dissident right wingers, are you like? How could they believe this shit? I don't understand.
Oh, dude, you gotta like read. God, it was like a year ago or something. I think like in what is that fuck? One of these fucking conservative piece of shit rags published like a Curtis Yarvin mold bug piece that was him just being like, all right, this is the take on like how to deal with COVID, and like, oh yeah, dude, like I mean, it's like more insane, and that was from the beginning. It's like more insane than literally anyone else's take, and just like any like interviews he's been on this entire time, it's just been like, yeah, fucking insane.
Wait, what is mold bug?
Mold bug is the most fucking wild about this shit, like straight up talking about like going out in public with like fucking like snorkeling goggles and gas masks on.
Wearing like a leather
I'm
mask.
not even
Dude,
dude, the guy lives in like fucking in like around the fucking Bay Area, right? And he's the same as all of them. He just arrives at the same politics like by like playing a game of Twister, basically. Like
okay, I'm glad that I don't like this guy. I don't know much about him. I don't like him. I'm glad because like this is the litmus test to me is like COVID. Like if you're like libtarded about COVID, like I don't want to hear anything else you think about. I really don't. Like lockdowns, like if you're on board with that, I can dismiss pretty much everything else you believe in. Like this is a joke. Like
it's like the election too. It's like it's a current thing that's happening right now. So can you apply what you believe or claim to believe to the current event that's taking place actively, or are you going to need the space to look back on it and hear some other opinions first?
Right. Retroactively, you're like, oh well, you know, sexually. Maybe
dude, I'm at the point where it's like if I see girls on like Tinder and they're like mentioning anything Libby leaning regarding COVID, automatic left, right.
Yeah, dude, I wish I could super dislike.
Yeah,
just
dude,
like swipe.
Well, there is a super dislike. It's called reporting. You literally just report them as a fake account. I do that every time there's an OnlyFans or a Venmo in the bio.
Sure.
Damn, yo, Tinder.
King.
I'm on Thought Patrol, bro. We're bringing
king status.
It's White Boy Summer, and we're bringing Thought Patrol back.
I haven't been on Tinder in like a year or so, but like, yeah, I remember there's a lot of lib shit, like super lib shit. Just
dude,
like,
New York is the worst fucking place to go on Tinder. It's awful. If you're looking for something serious, that is. I mean, if you just want to fuck, then like, yeah,
sure. But pretend to be lib for a night, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, but like, dude, I can't do it. I can't go on these fucking one night stands anymore with like just retarded, annoying lib girls. It's just like I don't care anymore. I've gotten to the point where it's just like it's not worth it. I'd rather just like not have sex.
Yeah, there's all this lib shit. Like, oh, if you're not being, I'd rather be an incel. I'd rather be an incel terrorist. I'd rather be Elliot.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather be a vocel. It's voluntary.
Yeah,
get it right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is that Kantian shit, bro. This is based.
Yeah, there's all this lib shit of like, oh, you know, if you're not for BLM, then swipe left, or if you're under 6 feet, then swipe left. All this lib shit. I'm sick of it.
No, it's
people
under
putting
6
their
feet. Swipe left
date.
is good because I'm 6 foot, so so I thrive on that. Man, let's get blown the fuck out.
There's just a lot of like, horrible lib shit. But I mean, that's New York in general. I mean,
New York is terrible for dating unless you're a fucking lib.
Right. And they might not even believe it themselves, but they have to let you know that they believe it.
Yeah.
Like,
what I do is I go out of my way to say retarded as early as possible.
Nice.
To make sure to see if they react in a weird way.
Right.
Yeah, I put retarded in the bio.
Yeah.
Excellent move.
I did have at one point, I think on one of the apps I had retarded in the bio, but I changed it since then. But like I'll make sure like if I'm on a date, I'll say like retard like early on. That way, like, you know, if they like give me a look or something, then I'm like, all right, I'll just end this date early. Just go fuck off.
You put
but
retarded.
Also, if they're like being performative lib online and they don't actually believe it, then, you know, if they hear me say retard, then they might loosen up as well. So
right. But if you have retard in the bio, they're gonna swipe right because they don't want to be ableist. So you know,
yeah.
But like I have some friends of mine that are girls that like, you know, some will have, you know, pronouns in the bio, or some will just post like performative shit on their Instagram story. But then like you just talk to them or hang out with them and they're totally cool and fun and like don't give a shit. So it's like I've come to learn a lot of these, specifically white women, of course. Yeah. Just pretend. Or they care, but they don't really care.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like it's the difference between like it's like, is it actually like genuinely held opinions and positions, or is it what it more honestly is, which is just like passwords that you're taught to repeat so that you can be given access to like public spaces, which is what it is, right? And like, and you can even like, even if like I think that like that's a really important thing to acknowledge. Even if you like genuinely believe all of this stuff fully, like it's important to acknowledge that like, yeah, it's like passwords to be able to get into places. And we should acknowledge that. It's also like the second you acknowledge that, then like, yeah, like if you really care about like combating debating with like normie boomer Fox News viewers and everything, then like you've just taken away like half of the fucking rhetorical arsenal that they all have by just acknowledging like, yeah, like we are the dominant fucking social values, and like people just like perform ours because like we're in control socially. Like you just shut them down. But I mean, you probably don't want to do that because it reminds me of like what Jeannie was saying the other day, where it's like, God, what the fuck did he say? It was like the right pretends to be a lot more powerful than they are, and the left pretends to be a lot weaker than they are. And in that, no one's going to actually be honest about what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of it's just social cohesion shit, like you're saying, for sure.
Yeah. The only people that are honest are the ones like us that have like fallen off the political compass.
Right. Because you don't really identify as one thing or the other, do you?
No, I was calling myself for a while a radical centrist, as in a centrist that instead of being dead center in the middle, just circles the whole political compass.
Right.
But now I just don't want to be associated with any of it because I think it's all fucking gay and retarded. And I pretty much like to sum it up with that 4chan screenshot where it's like, I don't have any political beliefs. I just hate liberals.
Yeah. That's the one. That's
and
really
that's
the one.
Pretty much sums it up. Like, you know, I hate liberals. I hate all the people in power, and that's like pretty much about it, because like none of the shit matters. It's never gonna change.
Yeah. Because to me, lib means bougie. So if you just hate libs, you hate bougie people, and it's just like, to me, that alone, you're in the right ballpark. I mean, everything else, like everything that comes with right-toid ideology or left-toid ideology, like there's a lot of bad baggage that comes with whichever one you're subscribing to. You know, if you're gonna take
any
like a
good
whole
points that they
prepackaged
have, they usually just take it too far, and then they'll just alienate people when they have some good ideas.
Right. Especially if they're trying to out base each other, and they're just like, well, I'm more right toward than you, I'm more left toward than you. It just gets into a race into like the most LARPy like bullshit thing.
Yeah, but all these people are fucking LARPers for the most part.
For sure.
I generally believe that most people are LARPers.
In America 2021, for sure. Sure. There's no real shit happening on either side. Like this, it's really not. Like, we're not on the road to communism or fascism.
Well, especially not with like online shit, because like I feel like a lot of the people in general online who spend the most of their time like really like trying to self-actualize online is like, most of those people don't really have strong social skills and stuff to begin with. So they get into this huge abyss of like trying to like fit into this online sector. And then they end up finding like getting siphoned off into like one group or the other, finding the most garish person within that group, and then trying to copy and paste that personality a little bit more garishly to like get a little bit more attention. And then it's just a cycle of that constant.
For sure. Yeah, because a lot of it is like you want like a social like group. So if it just comes with the ideology, then you're like, all right, I just want the group. You know what I mean? I don't really. It's like religion. Like I just want the community. I don't really care what the belief is. So
I got one right here for you, because we were talking about like how horrible people at like film festivals are, right? And like it's just the identity, right? Like everybody because everyone is a boring personality, like a boring husk devoid of personality. Now everybody kind of like has like this one day where they're like, all right, what kind of guy am I gonna be, right? Like, am I gonna be
consumer personality?
Am I gonna download the app where I like, you know, try all the different craft beers in my area and I become like a beer guy, or like, am I gonna like get really into I don't know. Like that's why we like autism, right? Is because like model trains are one of the better routes to go, right? But like you go like, am I going to be like a movie guy, right? And one of the most popular ones, right? Because ignorance in politics is so stigmatized, is you go like, I'm going to be a politics guy, right? And I'm going to show like all of this time, you know, burning away through my life. I've acquired some level of expertise, right? Because we have a complete skilled labor gap in this country, and nobody has any fucking meaning in their life. So they have this expertise in being super fucking educated on pop politics bullshit. And it's the exact same as just like anybody who's like really into stamp collecting and like has this really obscure fucking Harriet Tubman 1997 limited run or some bullshit like that. And so, but this time it's just like, who can have this is what upper class perverts have done like all through history, right? You're just like, oh, I have the more garish political stance to bandy about at a cocktail party. And just like right now it's like it's like particularly detestable because it's basically just like, who can like voice the more horrible thing about the rural population. It's like dying of fent overdoses.
It actually, what you were talking about, like how that's like a bougie thing, reminds me, and since we were talking about film earlier, and like that movie, there's a movie called Nocturnal Animals, and it's like Amy Adams. She's like talking with her lib bougie friends about the most sicko bullshit, like in the beginning of the movie, just like, and it's the exact same thing you're talking about. They're just like all trying to one up each other on like, oh, I have this like crazy like fucking liberal ass belief, and they're like, oh yeah, well what about this one?
Well, and it's funny too, because I think the director of that movie is like a fashion designer.
It's Tom Ford.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think one of the main reasons why people are so drawn to me and CRK in both a positive and negative way is because like we literally just refuse to adhere to like any of these societal norms of like fitting exactly in line with either side or what you're supposed to be,
like
and
a
like
template,
literally
yeah.
no one more than us gives less of a shit of all that. I feel like, and you and me will just go out of our way to say whatever we fucking want and just don't care, and that pisses off people. So both because they probably half of it is that they want to say that stuff like this and they're too afraid to because they're already so into these cliques and whatnot, and staying in line with what you're supposed to say and supposed to do, that I wouldn't be surprised that some of the hate is really just jealousy.
Yeah, I mean a lot of right towards today, especially in the last couple of days, just really tight at me because I'm not shocker, I'm not a fucking right-toid, even though I've said it a billion times. I'm like, I'm not, just because I hate the
I'm
fucking
not racist.
Shocker, I don't think blacks are like genetically animal criminal violent people. Like I don't think that. Wow, shocker. Like I mean, like that shit. Like I don't know why they're so hurt about it. They sound so hurt. I'm like, why are you hurt? I'm like a rad lib to you. Like what do you care? Why do you think I was like, just because I hate the libs and I know I hate the leftists and I know they're full of shit. Like why do you think I'm like
they're not one of you? Unless you want to save the white race. It's very bizarre. It becomes weird like attachment. It's weird like I hope you care about my people. I hope you're like a defender of my group and you hate my cultural enemies. Like, dude, I don't give a fuck about your little fucking like war. Like, I don't care about that shit. Like, but like Slav was saying, like, it's like a competition between like the movie bobs and like the dirtbag leftists, where it's like movie bobs will be like, oh yeah, like these people are they deserve to die from opioids, and then like dirtbag leftists like they deserve to die, but I have a higher taste way of saying this, like they deserve to die because they only like Applebees and shit, and like they have inferior
nothing
taste
wrong
in
with
movies.
Applebees, bro. Nothing wrong with it.
Dude, honestly, I went there a couple months ago and it was way better than it's ever been.
Bro, I went there on St. Patty's Day.
That is absolutely that is the most challenging opinion that's ever been stated on our podcast.
That's a hot fucking take. That's a hot ass take.
They're bringing back the neighborhood. They're welcoming the guys back.
Dude, I will say, bring them back.
They're bringing the white people back to the neighborhood after they left from white flight.
Applebee's is on a mission to bring back property values.
We're gonna put an Applebee's in every neighborhood that was formerly white that has been drove out because Indians and blacks moved in.
Trying to bring back family values.
We're gonna bring back Applebee's. We're gonna put them in every neighborhood. Maybe a TGI Fridays too. Well,
eating good in the neighborhood. Eating good in the neighborhood is like secretly like the most. It was Applebee's just being
how eating good in the neighborhood is actually fashion. For real.
Applebee's is the true end of history chain restaurant.
Return to the neighborhood.
I've always hated Applebee's for years. So like the only reason I went with my dad because the other restaurant we wanted to go to had like over an hour wait, and we're like, fuck it, we'll just go to Applebee's. And I couldn't believe that it wasn't dog shit.
Dude, it's not bad, man. I go to Applebee's probably once a month, maybe once every couple of months. I
mean, I also live in New York, so there's like no reason to go to chain restaurants.
Oh, that's true.
There's so much good food everywhere. But like, it was pretty. I was pretty impressed. Applebee's. Keep it up,
man. It's like I'm poor. I can get a 2 for $20. Split it with my roommate or something. We can get drinks for like $1. I mean, shit, man.
Those dollar drinks are so bad, though.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though. You get a couple in you, and it's fine.
I can't even drink that shit.
I think a couple years ago, the closest I've had to this is I think a couple years ago I went to Black Angus Steakhouse for dinner, and it was complete fucking dog shit. So.
Yo, the real red pill though is that Cheesecake Factory is the best chain restaurant.
Oh man, this is too much for our listeners.
Hold on, wait a minute. That's bordering on lib shit. That's bordering because cheesecake is kind of nice. Like it's kind of like upscale. It's like bordering on. It's like the most chain restaurant, upscale restaurant there is in the country.
Dude, but it tastes so good.
I want to taste good.
I'm not denying that it's good. I'm just saying.
And it's also the design of Cheesecake Factory is so absurd with how extra it is. I remember years ago there was that big Twitter thread on it that went viral, and it's just like Cheesecake Factory is absurd and it rules.
With the interior design.
Yeah, the interior design is like insane. Like who is like, yeah, this is what we're gonna have for our chain restaurant.
they have like columns inside the restaurant and shit.
Yeah, it rules.
Okay. Just as a side note, CRK's most minority moment ever is saying that Cheesecake Factory is kind of bougie.
All right.
Yeah, but I agree with it. I agree though. My parents could have never taken me to Cheesecake Factory.
Applebees, the 2 for $20. Yeah, come on, yo, let's keep it real. Let's keep it a bean.
Let's keep it in the neighborhood, boys. Let's go.
Keep it in the neighborhood. Return to tradition, guys. Fucking coconut shrimp.
If you eat at Cheesecake Factory, you clearly do not care about class politics. I will explain why in this thread.
Well, I gotta check the menu. All right, I feel like a burger's got to be like what, fucking $50 or something. Like, what is it?
Did you say 50 or 15?
50.
I think it's like a solid. It'd probably be like a solid $14. Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking at 14, 16.
But like, yeah, maybe it's a little bit more expensive. Obviously, it's more expensive than something like Applebee's or Fridays, but like, it's pretty fucking good.
Which for the folks at home, Fridays is TGI Fridays. We cut it down to Fridays because we're aficionados here. But
honestly, if they had Cheesecake Factory in Manhattan, I would go. The closest one is like Queens, which I'm not taking the train to Queens. Not happening.
Well, I mean,
you boys been to Dave and Buster's?
What about Dave and Buster's?
Have y'all been to a Dave and Buster's?
Yeah, hell yeah.
They
got one in Times Square. They I don't know if they still have it on Long Island, but it used to be called Jillian's back in the day when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
And then they changed it to Dave and Buster's. Yeah, an older kid.
Yeah, the George Carlin joke. Everything in this country is a fucking mall. Like, yeah, I mean, shit. Well, that's what I grew up in. I mean, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
malls rock.
I grew up in that shit. Yeah, I mean, like,
we got to bring back mall supremacy.
Facts.
They just don't hit the same anymore.
Yeah.
Because of all the online shopping. Return to tradition, and tradition is malls.
Yeah, I hate this fucking left shit where it's just like, oh, like these people, like they're plebs. They go to fucking Dave and Buster's and
yeah.
Apple.
Dude, I am a pleb, motherfucker. I thought that's what this politics is about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Actually, no, Dave and Buster's sucks because if you have round one, that just fucking blows it out of the water. Do you know what round one is?
What's round one?
So it's a Japanese arcade chain that they started bringing to America. I don't remember when it started, but sometime last decade. And it's like a better Dave and Buster's. They have a ton of great arcade games. They have a ton of import games like fighting games, rhythm games, shit like that, like a bunch of Japanese exclusives. Bowling alley, karaoke, a bar, and it's all cheap. It's fucking cheap as hell. The only bad thing about it is you can't bring alcohol into the karaoke room. Other than that, it's fucking perfect.
Round one.
Yeah. They have one by my parents' old house on Long Island, which I loved going to.
Now
back before COVID killed everything.
That Dance Revolution shit. Well, that's at Dave and Buster's too, and I'm thinking that.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about like the actual, like the Japanese rhythm games.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, like the ones that are popular in arcades there. Honestly, once like shit like really opens back up, it's kind of worth a trip out to Long Island just to go there.
I disagree. I think that sentence is grammatically incoherent. I think that's incoherent. On Long Island. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Nothing after that phrase makes any sense. I'm kidding. I don't know.
Dude, honestly, anything that can manage to get a fucking arcade going in fucking the US has my approval.
Dude, for real, we gotta bring arcades back. We gotta make arcades great again.
100%. I would fucking vote for somebody who just ran on a platform of just like bringing back, normalize hand clapping emoji, normalize shopping malls and arcades again.
Dude, Andrew Yang just on the platform of, hey, we're gonna bring arcades and malls back to New York City. Fucking, we'll sweep the vote.
God, Andrew Yang is the person to do that, isn't he?
Yeah,
I can't believe he's running.
It's because he's Asian, so he would bring back the arcades.
Damn, yo, you know what? Yeah, you just reminded me, yo. He's running, and like for mayor, and that Asian hate shit is going on. Like, damn, man, like it's kind of working out for him. I mean, I don't know how long, but like, yeah,
he's got to grift hard, and he can do it.
I think he might win, right? Because isn't he like courting like finance and everything. He's like turning the shilling up. Like,
I don't even know who he's running against.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, exactly. He's the only one with name recognition. Hillary almost floated like running for mayor after De Blasio. Like whoever's got the name recognition is got it. You know, it's like a boutique position.
I mean, is he trying to give us any money?
Who?
Yang.
I don't know. I mean, maybe he'll do like a local UBI. I kind of doubt it, but like I don't know. I mean, maybe.
It's like at the point where it's like, I guess I'll vote for Yang because like who else is there? And it's like he's gonna be way better than De Blasio. That's for sure.
Oh, for
sure. Do people hate De
For
Blasio?
sure.
And I mean, I don't. I kind of take credit in how little attention I pay to your city.
No,
that's
fine. Good thing.
That's probably
it's a good thing you do that. I mean, like,
Slav's like West Coast, best coast, baby.
Yeah, God, we have what's little of the frontier mindset over here.
Yeah. Well, because he ran as like kind of economic populist. He tried to run on like Bernie's coattails in the primaries, but he's really just a lib. He's really just a shit lib. So it's just like,
I will say though, Yang definitely when he first went on Rogan, and I was like, so what was that? 2017, 2018? He went on Rogan,
something like that. Yeah,
something like that.
And that started like all of it, basically.
Yeah, because I was pissed at Trump because I voted for him in 2016 and he just fucking did nothing. Although he was funny. And so I was already getting pissed towards him. And then like I saw Yang go on to Rogan and talk about UBI. And that was like the first thing that like pushed me more towards like leftist politics in a way where I don't want to, it didn't make me a leftist and I never would have called myself one. But, with like healthcare, it like kind of red pilled me on like healthcare and like UBI and like, more of the economic shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, people like to clown on him a lot and call him a sellout, which he is. But I think definitely he probably pushed some more people like me into an economic direction that, that they weren't aware of and was misled by, the right.
Yeah, I think his UBI is like a Band-Aid, but shit, if he gives that check, I mean, shit, that's better than what the fuck the libs are doing. Anything is better than dirt. A jar of dirt is better than
anyone that wants to give us money or healthcare is like no brainer.
Yeah. I mean, shit. Yeah, if you, I mean, like at least acknowledging that, like, shit, like,
if you just want to talk remotely about making a material impact on my life, that's better than any other goddamn politician.
Yeah, I mean, just the bar is set so incredibly low that someone even like speaking in a way that is like at least vaguely acknowledging what's actually fucking happening in the world is like a roaring success. And so him just being like, oh no, like, learn to code and just like banking on the middle of the country dying of fent overdose is like probably not good.
Debased liberalism.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he needs to do like a Yang, like an Asian small A thing. He needs to fake like an Asian hate attack, and he's gonna fucking skyrocket that shit.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I went on a date back in January of last year, I think, with this fucking Bernie bro radlib chick. And, I mentioned that I liked Yang and Tulsi, and she went off on this fucking whole rant. She's like, blah, 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 blah. Voting for Yang or Tulsi would be worse than Mayor Pete or Bloomberg or blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? She's like, some girl I went on a date with from Tinder.
Those were the worst radlibs were the ones that like, Tulsi's worse than all of them. Like she's actually evil. Like no joke.
Yeah, she was a Bernie bro radlib, and she was like, I would vote for Biden or Mayor Pete or Bloomberg, but I would not vote for Yang or Tulsi. I'm like, you're literally the most retarded woman I've ever been on a date with.
Just saying Mayor Pete alone is an L. Just saying that is an L.
I couldn't like. This is why dating is so bad in New York. It's just like because there are so many women that are like this, and you gotta
for real,
it's bad like that everywhere. It's bad like that here in Denver too. But to be fair, Denver's also like lib bullshit, just like New York and Seattle are.
Because women are conformists, and they have to conform to what the norm is, and the norm, at least in the media apparatus, is all generic lib shit. So they have to just go along with that. Otherwise, they'll be a fucking spinster for having no opinions or thoughts of their own.
Slav talking about women are the perfect neoliberal subject.
Yeah.
Speak on it, King.
We need to remove the the right to vote for women. Yes.
To be fair, I've said that transgender people are the perfect neoliberal subject, but it's close. It's a close competition.
Oh, I thought you
Well,
said
the problem
women.
with them is they just don't last that long. It's like once they hit the 30s, then it's like, and they've reached statistic territory.
Yeah, this week they are, but I mean, just doesn't have the lasting power. Anyways, I shouldn't have even said anything.
Anyways, damn, I'm not even drinking. You can't even blame it on the alcohol. Like I do for my podcast. So.
I was at a bar here talking with some friends about how just baseline, not even anti-lib shit, but I was just like, yeah, OnlyFans is probably pretty bad, right, guys? Maybe we shouldn't be supporting that. And someone got up and left. Another friend was asking me, looking around, you think people in the bar, he's hearing you talk about this and are going to get mad at us? It's dude, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
Wait, sorry, you cut out for me. You said what was bad?
Oh, I was talking about how OnlyFans is a culturally degenerative thing. It's not good. Yeah. And
prison for every woman doing OnlyFans.
I'm so proud of you, COH.
Yeah, well, and so I was doing this, and then my friend's girlfriend just got up and left, and she was freaking out, and then he was freaking out at me because he was like, "Dude, there's other tables that might have heard you." And I'm like, "What are you? No one's gonna disagree with that, and if they do, fuck them."
I've only said it once, and to be honest, I genuinely hate feeling uncomfortable in this way. But I remember having that argument with people, giving them a little bit of the hyperbolic taste of their own medicine by just literally doing the fucking straight up just prostitution under capitalism is rape, and then everybody just doesn't know what to say, and you're
Slav goes rad femme. He goes
no, exactly, just repeat their own horse shit to them, and which is more correct than it isn't. Right. I mean, it's disgusting, but I don't know.
I mean, the OnlyFans thing, I don't have strong feelings about it, but anybody who gets anybody who has strong feelings that are whoa, how could you say that about OnlyFans? That's weird as fuck. How are you gonna?
I even prefaced it by being listen, I don't fault individuals for doing that because I would do that too to get a check if I needed to do it. Whatever.
That's a good preface.
It's easy to sell a picture of your pussy, make some dollars, make a rent. Whatever, bro. I support that.
Listen, I super respect selling pictures of your pussy.
I think spreading your pussy online for strangers is really brave, honestly.
Yeah, I was I understand it, but I just don't agree with that. And I think culturally as a trend, it's bad. And that was that's where I really lost them.
I mean, you can't just tell me you're anti-capitalist in any kind of sensible way
for real,
and then be pro sex work is empowering,
they are capitalists, they're just liberal capitalists.
Exactly. You could it doesn't. We don't even need to fixate on the sex work part of it. You can just cut the sex part out of it. Work is empowering. Okay, Dad.
Yeah. It sounds like some Hitler shit for real.
Dude, I don't want to fucking work at all. I just want to get rich off of crypto. Work is gay.
Yeah, for real.
I'm trying to stack this Dogecoin, baby.
Dude, I'm banking on not financial advice or anything, but Phantom coin that I fucking have 24,000 of, because if that hits $7 to $10 this summer, woo, I'm gonna be rich, and my friend is gonna retire. So
nice. Phantom coin. This one of the new ones, or what is that?
It's been around for a while, but it's popping off. I bought in at 7 cents in February. My friend bought in years ago at 2 cents, and then it peaked at 90 cents, and it's settled back down to 38 cents. But it's getting a lot of big partners and people endorsing it and shit like that. So if we go hard on a bull run, that thing's just gonna fucking probably explode.
Just get out when it's hot. Yo, we need a fucking Kofi coin.
We do need Kofi coin. Here's an open call to all software developers or whatever the fuck you gotta be to make one of those coins, because I don't understand it.
Kind of sicko.
Some kind of weird sicko bug man coder guy shit. Make us some Kofi coin.
Bro.
You can pay for the Patreon with Kofi coin.
Absolutely. Wait,
yeah,
what?
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
We'll see how Kofi coin does when
it's a self-sustaining economy.
We'll see how the market.
It's just like Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
Dave coin.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta wrap this up.
Yeah, this
This was
is
a
great,
long
man.
one too. This is good though. I'm glad to be on. I gotta fucking eat and then do my podcast after this.
Ooh, double
Yeah. No, this is dope, man. We gotta do this again. You gotta come on a live stream. Like we gotta
definitely.
do it.
I had a blast. I had just as much fun as I expected to have. So
nice.
And I guess I'll do a little shilling real quick.
For real, yeah, go ahead.
At MK Ultra Money on Twitter. By the time this episode drops, I think I'll be in the 10,000 club, which will be cool. And then MK Ultra Money podcast on Spotify, Apple, Google Play. Some of the episodes are on YouTube, but we're kind of lazy since you have to manually do that. But if you enjoyed me on this episode, you'll enjoy checking out MK Ultra Money podcast. So, and I'm gonna have CRK on that soon. So probably episode with him, hopefully like a week or two after this one drops. So.
And follow women posting L's. Do be a good ally. Follow that shit.
Yeah. I guess I can show that too. That doesn't even need its own shilling. That just works on its own. So follow the Instagram for that. That I need more followers on. That I'm about to hit 10K on. So follow the Instagram.
God. You're on IG with that shit. Damn, man.
That way, when I eventually sell the account, I'll have the IG and then just fucking do that.
Nice. So, you're on enemy territory there with all the
That's all right. Just more L's to grab. So
All right, this is tight, man. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me. So yeah. All right. Peace.
Take care.